Hey guys, JackAwePlushPro here, back with another FNAF video, and today we are going to be looking at the Jazwares San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Golden Freddy and Midnight Freddy Endo Series 2-pack. This is probably the rarest item that I ever have in my collection. Well, aside from the Springtrap plush getting signed by Matthew Lillard, but that doesn't really count because it's like an existing piece of merch being signed. I'm talking like individual pieces of merch that you can buy. Like I said, this is a con exclusive. I did talk about in my scalpers video, you can go watch that if you haven't already, that it is a very bad decision to make a character, especially a very hyped character like Golden Freddy, a con exclusive. And I still stand by that, because scalpers online who have no job, absolutely no skills whatsoever, and no compassion or empathy will scalp this thing into oblivion. Why? Well,
the people are rich.
Thank you, Osho. But even though it's a bad decision, this is a very rare item that I have in my collection in front of me to unbox, so I'll try not to let that cloud my judgment of the figure itself too much, though I will get back to this topic at the end of the video. So anyway, let's get to opening the box. This box is unlike any other, because rather than being a cardboard box that you open, you have a little Velcro right here, and then boom. Yeah, as you can see, unlike other Endo series figures, there are actually two Endos, meaning that you can display both figures in the pack at a time. And I wish that they started doing this for like normal Endo series figures so that you didn't have to buy two, or buy the Endo packs just to display both. And I guess since both characters have different types of Endos, that's why they did this. But, I don't know what happened with my speech there, holy But, anyway, without further ado, let's get into it, starting with Golden Freddy. By the way, before we start with the figure, it does come with a removable background. This is of the office where Golden Freddy can be seen, so I will be keeping that so I can use that as my area to display Golden Freddy once I get a proper collector shelf, because it is very cool. Anyway, there's also a manual for assembling both Golden Freddy and Midnight Freddy, but we don't need this because I already know how building Endo series figures works. So anyway, let's pop the tray here. Oh, it also comes with a name tag for Golden Freddy. Alright, I'll be keeping that. And now, looking at this Endo, it's pretty similar to every other Endo that has been included in an Endo series pack, except for the radioactive Foxy one because it has Endo 2 feet. But anyway, you know the drill. Anyway, here we have our Golden Boy, Golden Freddy himself. Now, looking at this, the Freddy sculpt has not been changed at all, including the eyes, though, I mean, it's not that noticeable on Golden Freddy since his eyes are kind of hollowed out anyway. The rest of the body sculpt works pretty well on him. There is one thing about the colors. His inner ear is not brown. Funko's Golden Freddy plush made that mistake, and apparently this one did too. And he's also, like, too, like, saturated. Like, I know I said this already with the classics, but especially for him, Golden Freddy without dirt wash looks really weird. Like, it just almost looks like a blacklight recolor of Freddy. To give an idea of what I'm talking about, the Funko Golden Freddy figure, now, despite Funko's inaccuracies with the upper teeth and him looking a bit off-model, the actual body color is very accurate, and I feel like if that was used here, it would have been the perfect figure. Now, I said in my review of Neon Bonnie, Withered Freddy, and Withered Bonnie packs that for the classic Freddy, Funko and Jazwares are tied because Jazwares has the better sculpt and articulation, but Funko has the better paint and details and an accessory. And I think it's a tie here too. So I really wish that you didn't have to pick one over the other. I just wish that they like did this sculpt with this paint job, but it's whatever. And since he has better articulation compared to Funko, I am gonna try to do the slumped Golden Freddy pose in the office. So, turn the hands and have his jaw. You know what? There you go. There we go. Perfect G-Fred pose. Looked like it was pulled straight out of the game. Totally. Yeah. And as a quick note, what I'm probably going to do with this box, it's not like a typical toy box that you can just throw away. It's almost like something you could store stuff in. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to store my extra Endo series parts in it once I'm done unboxing it. So, yeah. Next part of the pack, Midnight Freddy. And looking at the name, Midnight Freddy isn't really a character, but looking at the design, it's clearly Freddy's hard mode variant in the FNAF VR parts and service level. I mean, it adds up. They already did a Bonnie's variant for the Neon Bonnie pack. Speaking of Neon Bonnie, I'll keep him right here for a second, because I am curious about something. Okay, didn't go flying. Okay, keeping this Midnight Freddy sign. Anyway, onto this Endo, which is a complete shadowy black. Otherwise, same, but what I am curious about is how does Neon Bonnie look with this Endo, since he's like all dark and shadowy? Let's find out. Alright, and let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, that works. Like, with Bonnie's color palette here, like, it looks even better than it already did before. Like, I feel like whenever they do the Endo packs, they need to re-release, like, this completely black Endo as, like, a separate pack or something, because this looks really cool. But, I mean, I didn't come to this video to look at Neon Bonnie again, so get out of here. Alright, thank you, Neon Bonnie. Your time here is over today. You can go back home now. Okay. Alright. Now, to the main attraction. Well, not exactly main attraction. Second part of the main attraction, Midnight Freddy. Alright, here is Midnight Freddy. By the way, his background is a... Ooh, sorry, killed Golden Freddy. There you go. I killed both of them. So, it's like this really staticky room, and it does work for Midnight Freddy. Because, like, in the hard mode parts and service level, the background for that one is kind of just a bunch of static and TVs, so I think it works. Now, anyway, on to Midnight Freddy. Just a quick note, I do think Midnight Freddy is actually a pretty cool name for this character. Like, I think it's better than Hard Mode Freddy, and I would call him, like, Shadow Freddy, but obviously there's already a Shadow Freddy, so we can't do that. So, looking at this, the color palette on this Freddy sculpt looks great. It's a very simple yet effective figure, in my opinion. I like the way the eyes look, and this uses the same sculpt as Golden Freddy, so he has the same articulation and everything. And something to note, he is completely exclusive to this set as of now, because Golden Freddy has been re-released as an exclusive on the Jazwares Vault, along with Withered Freddy, which is kind of a weird decision. I mean, Withered Golden Freddy was right there. All you had to do was make him yellow, add some dirt wash, and cut his ear off, but... man, Jazwares and their business decisions, I swear. Like, I already bought this set, so I'm not even gonna get that one from the vault. So, yeah, this is the third hard mode variant of a character that has been introduced in the Endo series, and the other two characters like that are Neon Bonnie and Shadow Mangle. So you got a whole trio right here of dark FNAF animatronics who want to eat your brains or whatever. Well, more like bite your brains, because Bite of 87. But yeah, here's the Shadow trio. I think they all look pretty cool together, and I do think Midnight Freddy and Golden Freddy are a pretty good pair too. So yeah, I think as a pack, this has a great value because you get two Endos, so you can display both, and you have characters that you would think would be kind of weird together. I mean, you got Golden Freddy, the most important character, arguably, from the first game, and just Freddy but black and shadowy, but they work surprisingly well together. So, I like these figures. I do think Midnight Freddy looks a bit cooler, because I think his colors just work better since Golden Freddy doesn't have any dirt wash whatsoever, but yeah, I think this is a pretty good exclusive, and here they are with the other two exclusives that I own, being Neon Bonnie and Radioactive Foxy. Anyway, I said for the box I was going to store my extra Endo series parts in there, so I think we're going to go ahead and do that. So, just get these in. And now, time to close this back up. And we have the ultimate Endo series extra parts storage box. And by the way, looking at this box, I realized I haven't talked about it at length yet. So we got Golden Freddy's face on here, a faint "It's Me" Endo series with a yellow background instead of a red one, so that's pretty cool. 1 of 1,000. I'll talk about that in a second. We got like a checkerboard pattern right here, and on the other side, it's just Golden Freddy's head. So, yeah. Okay, so this last part of the video is really just for Jazwares, so if you came here just to watch the review, then you can leave if you want. Okay, so Jazwares, I've been positive the whole video. I've said I liked these figures, but now I need to be frank here, and I need to talk about something serious. This is a good set. I like how... I like the mix of characters in this pack. But con exclusive, 1 out of 1,000, just don't do this again. You hear that? Am I clear? Don't ever do this again. Whether it be for a hyped character like Golden Freddy, or even an AR or VR recolor. Just don't make the figure a Comic-Con exclusive anymore. And if you're gonna do that, release the whole thing later down the line. Even if it means that they're in separate packs, like you re-release Golden Freddy, which is good. And I know Midnight Freddy isn't as sought after as Golden Freddy, but there are still people that want him. And you only made 1,000 of these, which isn't even like 100th of the FNAF community, because there are millions of people in it. And there are bound to be some people who like the AR and VR recolors, so I think you should re-release this in the future. Like, maybe with Shadow Freddy. I feel like that would be a good opportunity for people to not only get this one, but for those who missed out on Shadow Freddy the first time around. But yeah, good figure, well, good figures, good set, good box art, but this, don't ever do it again. Because you're making it a very easy target for scalpers, and it doesn't benefit anybody but them. It doesn't even benefit you, since you don't even get any of the money back from sales that are made with third-party websites. So, I hope this is the first and last time you make an Endo series figure a Comic-Con exclusive. If you're gonna do this again, make it clear that you are re-releasing both parts of the sets on either your vault or in stores. I don't want to have this conversation again. If Comic-Con rolls around next year and you pull this again, then I'm going to make a rant video. I will do it. I will make it 10 minutes long if I have to. Because making these exclusives at a time where people are struggling with money more than ever, don't ever do it again, Jazwares. Big N-O. And I really don't like being negative with you guys. You guys make really cool figures. And really cool plushies. And just really cool FNAF stuff in general. So, I don't want to have to be negative again. Don't make me be negative. It takes a lot to piss me off when it comes to merch. And you guys have successfully done that by making a hyped character, and a not as hyped but still cool looking character, a Comic-Con exclusive. So, never again, Jazwares. No more Comic-Con exclusives. Ever. Especially not 1 out of 1,000. Because this has left a stain on your company as a brand, and people are pissed off. Especially since you said that you will not make any important characters exclusives in the past. So, please, for the sake of all of us, for you as a company, for us as fans, don't do it again. And I feel like if you just re-release this pack, like, in stores or online, people would buy the crap out of it. Like, it doesn't even make sense that you will make 1,000 of it if it's a really hyped character as well as a really cool recolor. So, yeah, I'm sorry that I went on a hell of a tangent there, but it needed to be stated. Don't do this again, Jazwares. Don't make me have to pull out the negative JackAwePlushPro side again. Because if you do this again, I will do it. Alright, that's it. That's the review. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.